What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing my powder foundation routine. Now, about this one, this is going to be the affordable drugstore powder foundation routine. So I do know a few of you may be new to foundation, may be a little overwhelmed with liquid foundations, and that's okay, sis. This foundation routine is for you. So if you want to know my powder foundation routine, then let's go. So to save some time, I just quickly did my, or for you would look like quickly, did my brows. If you want a brow routine, the method is still the same. The products just have changed. So I will link my my easy brow routine in the cards above if you want to check that video out. I do have that on my channel already. And like I said, my method is still the same. I still use the same concealer, just the eyebrow pencils have changed. And for the eyebrow pencils, I do use the Juvias Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. I carve them out with the color dark brown and I fill them in with the color chocolate. So these are the two brow pencils that I use. I don't have a cheap alternative to a concealer that I like to use for my like cleaning up my brows, so I have still been using my Laura Mercier Secret Concealer in the shade 6. So this is the concealer that I use. I always use this concealer. That's the only thing I use that concealer for, is cleaning up my brows. So let's hop into this powder foundation routine. So I do know, like I said, I did already do my brows. I am still just a brows first type of girl. I do know that with some people, powder foundations, they like to do their brows after they apply their, powders and all that. I don't. So this is my particular method and way of doing my powder foundation routine. I still like to prime my face, so I am going to take my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and prime my face, because that is something that I still always like to do. And y'all know what? I do not have a wet sponge in front of me. So let me get it. Okay, I'm back. I got my sponge. So with my powder foundation routine, I go in with concealer first because I still use a liquid underneath my eyes and all of that. You want to apply that first. You don't want to typically put a liquid on top of a powder. You can go left real quick. So for my concealer, y'all pretty much know what I'm gonna grab. My e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer. I use the shade Deep Chestnut in this. I love this concealer. Love, love, love. So and I like to still highlight all the areas that I normally would highlight. So underneath my eyes, a little bit in my chin, forehead area, down my nose, and my chin area. So applied that. Now we're going to blend it out. Just like I do when I apply a liquid foundation, I take the concealer onto my eyelid as well. Continue to blend it out. Get your forehead, nose, and chin area. And then take the butt of the sponge and blend around the edges. So now that we have our concealer on, we do want to set it. Now I still go in with a light loose setting powder. This is going to be my Maybelline FitMe loose finishing powder in the shade medium deep. And I don't take a lot of this, just a little bit to set it. Alright, now that we have our concealer set, now we're going to go in with our powder foundation. My favorite drugstore powder foundation is the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Powder Foundation. I use the shade 355 Coconut. This is what it looks like. And you want to take I won't say a dense brush, but a nice brush. Yeah, you kind of want a dense brush. And you want to tap into that foundation and just buff it where you normally would put your liquid foundation. My favorite brush to use, and I don't have it up here because it's dirty, is my e.l.f. flat top or flat kabuki brush. That's my favorite brush to use, and I think that brush is only $3. But that is my favorite brush to use for a powder foundation. Like so. So this is what the face is looking like with just my concealer, setting my concealer, and applying my powder foundation. After this, everything else other than bronzer, I would say is optional. So what I like to do is I do still like to go in with a powder bronzer, and the bronzer that I'm going to use is my Juvias Place Bronze Dark Bronzer. This is a duo bronzer, and I really do like this. So I'm just going to take this one here and still bronze up the skin. And again, this just brings warmth back into the skin so that, you know, your face is not flat in all one color. Okay, you can apply blush if you want to. All of that to me is optional. Now I do like to go in with a black or brown liner, typically a black liner. I don't have a cheap alternative in front of me, but you know what, yes I do. This is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Very Black. Very affordable product, very nice black gel liner. And the same as like my everyday, when I don't feel like doing anything major to the eyes, just take your bronzer and throw that in your crease as well. Like that. Again, blush is optional, but if you want a good blush, Juvia's Place Blushed Volume 1 palette is really good. This is also a duo blush. I really like this as well. I'm not gonna apply blush today. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face. So I do like to go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to spray my face so that it gets rid of, so basically setting your face with something like this gets rid of the powdery look, and it just melts the concealer, the powders all together, and it looks like skin. I'm going to set my brows in place. This is the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. Alright, last but not least, we're just going to do a lip, and then we're going to put on some mascara. So for my lips, I'm going to take my Juvias Place lip liner or Luxe liner in the shade Kola. My Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Stone. And the mascara that I like to use is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. This is an old school goodie of mine. Like, this is back in my 2006, 2007 college days. This is that mascara. So this has been out for quite a while, but it's good. Okay guys, so once the mascara is on, I like to always go in to finally set my face, and I like to use my e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. If you want to, you can take your sponge and press it into the skin, and this is the face. What do you think? Powder, no liquid foundation, no liquid hassles, none of that. You ain't got to worry about that. This is the face that you can get with just a powder foundation, and it's affordable. All the products used will be down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. But this is the face, y'all. So you can get an everyday wearable beat with affordable products. Like, you ain't got to spend an arm and a leg. You could just spend an arm and get you some drugstore or affordable products and get you an everyday wearable face like this. Again, all the products used will be down in the description box below. Be sure to check that out. If you have not yet, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.